This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Brandon Andrus Green.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast Live. More people are looking for practical ways to improve recovery, sleep, stress, and just overall well-being. But the wellness world can get confusing fast. Today I'm talking with Kelli and Deemer Stacy, co-founders of SOLiX Wellness Studio in South Tulsa. They specialize in whole body red light therapy and full spectrum infrared sauna, with a focus on education, safety, and helping people use light and heat with intention. Kelli, Deemer, welcome, guys. How's it going?
Hey, it's going great. Thanks for having us, Brandon.
Thank you for having us.
You're so welcome. I'm excited to get to know you guys and get to know SOLiX. How did you guys get started in this line of work in the first place?
Well, Brandon, about a couple of years ago, Kelli was in Arkansas visiting some family, and she saw that there's a new place opening up that had red light therapy and infrared saunas. So she said, this is very interesting. You should look into it. So we'd sold our business prior to that, and I was looking for something. So I started just going down the road. Wasn't real excited, I'll be honest with you, because in my mind, I just had red light as just this facial thing. You know, we're going to get rid of the fine lines and wrinkles. We're going to make your hair grow, you know, the infomercial stuff. However, once I really started diving into it, I just realized it was just absolutely amazing what it does on the cellular level on the inside. So I told her, I said, hey, if you're open to really doing this with intention to really change people's wellness, then I'm in. I'm 100% game. So she absolutely said, no, let's do it. So once we realized how deep it really works and what it really can do for people, then we were in. So went down the road, looked at some franchise opportunities. Wasn't happy about the different equipment that they offered because, you know, in a franchise, you're stuck to what they want. So I go, if we're going to do this, I want the best possible equipment we can offer. So that took another 3 months of research and diving in and realizing you've got to expose the entire body. And one thing led to another. We created SOLiX. So from that, here we are today.
I'm personally sold on red light therapy. I grew up with a mother as a naturopathic, and I had old injuries that I needed help with, and nothing could help. But red light therapy was the only thing that I found that would actually remove that pain or greatly reduce that pain. So I can testify firsthand that red light therapy has been a game changer for me.
No, you're absolutely right. And the thing is light and heat, they play two different roles in body and how your body heals itself. And I say itself because the body actually has all the abilities in the world to heal itself as long as we give it the right tools. And a lot of us do everything with intention. We work out, we buy, you know, quality food that we think is probably better than something next to it. But the day I sat there and I was reading an article and I realized you could purchase the best of everything, but as you eat that, if the inside of your body, if the cellular level is not healthy because it's inflamed for whatever reason, your cells aren't actually absorbing all those nutrients. So you can go spend $500 a month in supplements and it's really not getting absorbed into the cells to give you the full benefit. Yes, you're going to get benefit. You're just not going to get the full benefit. So when I realized how it removes that inflammation on the cellular level and made the cells start working properly, getting the good nutrients in it and getting the bad stuff out, I mean, I kept going, it's just amazing. So again, it's just a supplement to whatever your wellness journey you're on right now.
I feel like the key word is intention. You use the phrase light and heat with intention. Can you kind of explain what that even means, especially in practice?
Well, I can. I mean, the thing is they both work completely different on the body. I mean, light, it gets absorbed. It's just kind of like charging. It's like charging the cell, you know, and it gets in there. That mitochondria gets all excited and happy, and the ATP get fired up and just starts working and doing the things you want to. Heat does the exact same thing, but it's just on a different level. It's kind of like your body in a sauna. If you let the internal part of your body get to 103, it thinks you're in a fever state. Oh, you know, he's not well. So what do we need to do as our body to heal ourselves? And white blood cells, the heat shock proteins get fired up and they start going through your body looking for what's wrong. And that's exactly what it is. So you're sweating, getting rid of that heat, getting rid of things, and well, and you're just making yourself internally with your own body work with itself and heal itself.
And so when someone comes in for the first time, what does that personalized approach actually look like?
Well, that's kind of where we do get excited, because somebody comes in, it's a conversation. What is your goal? We want to kind of know, what are you currently doing today? Because one of the things that sets us apart is we're not a place where you're just going to come in, we set a timer, and just go, hey, go in there, sit there and enjoy it. We control every aspect of those light waves, and we have 6 different white waves at our location. So we control from the very surface level of your skin with blue, all the way deep into your joints with 940 nanometers. So we've got 6 to play with. Whatever your particular issues or goals are, we can go in and adjust that, not only with the intensity of the light, but also with the pulsing of the light, depending on what your condition is. So we create customized protocols for every individual.
And I know that people come to you for all kinds of reasons. Let's say recovery, relaxation, sleep, energy, maybe even just skin appearance. We're just trying to simply feel better. What are you hearing most often from people when they first walk through those doors?
Well, everybody is completely different. And that's the key thing. It's not a miracle treatment. There have been a few occasions where people come in and do it that one time, and they just walk out and their eyes are just wide open and go, what just happened to me? Because that pain in my hip that's been there for years is gone. But that's not the most case. Most cases it takes time, it takes some effort, but you do start seeing those differences. But it's really the sleep. Sleep kind of is one of the things that kind of come first. People just go, oh my God, I was able to sleep so well last night. We got older gentlemen that no longer have to frequently go to the restroom so much during the night. So they're actually able to relieve themselves a little better. I think it's the key. And then they're able to sleep more through the night. So sleep is a huge piece of it. But the next part is just that pain, that arthritic pain, those little aches and pains that keep us up at night or just annoy us throughout the day, all of a sudden just start kind of slowly going away. And you just start realizing one day, wait a minute, I wasn't able to open that bottle of water, 2 weeks ago. And now I'm able to just do that.
I know many of us were raised in, let's say, the microwave generation, or we really like to just be able to take a pill, see an instantaneous result. And I'm sure with this type of therapy, it's not like that. How do you help them set realistic expectations?
Well, it really depends on the chronicness of the issue. If you're really coming in there just for a cosmetic thing, you're in great shape, everything's good, you just want to just work on longevity. The goal is if you could do it 3 times a week, that's the optimal thing. And again, this is something you want to be able to work into your daily life routine that you currently have. When you currently come in right now, it's either a 10 or a 13-minute session in the red light therapy bed. And people go, how do you do it in 10 or 13 minutes when, I go to my other location and they put a face mask on me, or they do this, or put it on my shoulder, or I lay on this, and it's 30 minutes. And I go, well, everything is designed for a purpose. And the proximity is probably the key to all of it. So if it's a product that's designed to lay on your skin, the fluency of that, or the strength of it, is really turned down quite a bit, so you don't self-harm yourself. So that's why it needs to be on for 30 minutes, where ours is again, it's complete exposure, head to toe, 360. We know, and what most people don't know, you can go to deals and go, how many joules of energy are you actually delivering with that light into my body and my cells right now? They'll just look at you and just go, I don't know what a joule is. But that's really the way we all measure this. There is calculations to the light, to how many joules. So depending on the situation, I look and go, how many joules of energy are we going to put into this person? And if you want to go pull up research or any studies and stuff, they all kind of deal with that a little bit. But they all mention it, and the joules is part of the diagnosis or the dosage of what they're delivering. And that's where we focus on too. I try not to nerd out too much when I share this with people, because you kind of see the blank on their face after a second. But I just want people to know there is something more than when you come to us. We're not just setting a timer, just going, hey, go in and relax and enjoy it, close your eyes. So.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of confusion around wellness services like this. What are some of the biggest myths or misconceptions you guys run into about red light therapy or infrared sauna?
Oh my gosh, there's well, one, the biggest myth I think is more is better than, just the more I can get, the better. That's not true.
Right.
I mean, something your body just kind of shuts down a little bit uh, on the more you get. So delivering the proper dose or the right amount or just under the right amount, honestly, keep your body and your cells just a little bit hungry is awesome. But when you overexpose it, the cells, they just shut down. Hey, you warm me out, I'm done. So more is not better. Longer is not better. Hotter is not better. So, the other part is I want it hotter when they come into the sauna. That's not the goal behind it. Most traditional saunas, if you go heat, just regular sauna, steam or dry sauna. Yes, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It heats the air around you. So it has to be very hot when you walk into that room because it has to penetrate all the way through your body to get to your core. Where an infrared sauna, especially full spectrum infrared sauna, it heats you up from the inside. I mean, the room's warm, don't get me wrong, but you're about 130, 140 degrees opposed to 170 degrees when you walk in there. So
Wow.
the longer you can stay in that room, the better. So especially if it's 170, you really need to stay in there that full 30 or 40 minutes in order to get the core to that 103 degrees as we talked about earlier. But when it's 130, it's just more comfortable, more relaxing. You sit back, you just enjoy it. It's still warm, you can breathe, but it's warming you up from the inside out. So you actually hit that temperature much quicker. You get a deeper sweat faster. So the overall response to it is, just better, honestly, just better. The other thing, a common misconception, well, I'm just going to buy a sauna and take it home. I just want one on my home. And I think that's a wonderful idea. I think everybody should do that, quite frankly. In Finland, I've heard there's more saunas in homes than there are television sets. But the truth is they take up a lot of space and they take time. So people don't have time. So if you're going to wake up in the morning, first thing you're going to do is turn your sauna on, let it warm up for 45 minutes to an hour to get to temp, and then go set in it. Then get the opportunity to enjoy cleaning it and everything else. Or you can just walk into our place and it's already up to temp. We're full towel service. So when you come in, it's all set up for you. You leave the dirty towels and go. We sanitize and clean it thereafter. So if you find that is something you enjoy, then you can go buy one. But don't go make that investment up front just to find something else to put your clothes in or hang clothes on top of. So do try it. We encourage anyone, if they want to purchase one, please do. But please, make sure you're going to use it first. And SOLiX is a great place to try that out.
And for someone who's curious about this and has never tried anything like it, what would you tell them before their first visit?
Well, the main thing is hydration. I mean, if they were to come in, I would say make sure you hydrate well before you come in and hydrate after you leave. It's just like when you go get a massage. When they start working on you and they loosen all that stuff up, I mean, you need to hydrate afterwards to flush that stuff out of your body. So in sauna or in light therapy, it opens up those cells. You will start sweating, and water is so important in your cellular thing to help it heal itself to cure. So hydration is probably the main thing I would say. Make sure you're well hydrated.
And how can our listeners learn more about SOLiX Wellness Studio or simply book a session?
Well, you can always go to solixwellness.com, or I'm sorry, solixstudio.com. And on there, all the information. And, we are also of the thought that you should really try it before you buy it. So on our website, there's a thing right at the top right corner. Just click it. It's on us. You come in, you try any session you'd like to on us, because it's important to know what it is, what the experience is going to be, because there are situations where when you come in and the best expectation in the world is I'm going to go in there, I'm going to feel better when I come in. You may feel terrible when you walk out of it. And that is a clear sign that something just happened internally that you need to focus on. And, not to share stories, but I mean, people that have terrible mold issues, it can actually release a lot quickly and your lymphatic system can get clogged up and it just can't get out fast enough. So that's the next part to the hydration piece, because it will help you get everything out is the mobility. Just stay mobile, keep working, keep moving, keep that body moving, because unlike the heart, your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump to pump and get that stuff out of your body. So that's the piece that if you do feel bad when you leave or after you leave or that night, that's the key.
Kelli, Deemer, I appreciate you guys coming on the show. I know you guys are sure busy, and I wish you and SOLiX Wellness Studio the best moving forward.
Well, thank you, Brandon. Thank you for the time. And I hope, if anybody's got any questions, they're certainly welcome to go to the website and submit a question. I'm happy to answer it, or come on in and we're there to answer your questions.
And we look forward to seeing you there, Brandon.
Thank you. We'll plan on that.
Good.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnptulsa.com. That's gnptulsa.com. Or call 918-301-6356.